Yes, YouTube. So, I've been inspired by some other YouTubers, and I think that I'm gonna do a little series called Car Talks. So every time I go a journey that's maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I'm just gonna do a little talk and talk about something that feels prominent and something that's on my mind. It's Sunday morning, a day before Halloween. I'm driving to the gym, and this is not gonna be like a high quality video. As you can see, I'm doing it on my phone. It's just gonna be a low quality, just a real talk kind of video. And today I want to talk about why are modern men the weakest we've ever been. And this is something I've spoken about before on podcasts and stuff like that, but if you look at all the data, men right now are the most overweight they've ever been. They're also got the lowest testosterone that there's ever been in recorded human history. Men also physically, strength is at the lowest it's ever been. And that study was done by recording men's grip strength, which they say that that's a good indicator of physical strength for a lot of men. So why is that? And I'll give you some of my ideas, and if you can, please comment below and tell me what you think, because I'm not saying I got all the answers or anything like that, but I've definitely got some ideas in my head. So if I was gonna say one thing, I think like the first real thing is that society is making men weak. And I'm not trying to be like a red pill or, you know, someone in the manosphere. I don't really care. I'm not trying to do any of that Andrew Tate shit, but society is making men very weak. You see men being feminized like left, right and center. Also, the foods that they give us in the supermarkets, in the restaurants, everything's processed. So, and I'm talking about men in places like the UK, USA, stuff like that. A lot of the food is just processed. We don't eat real food anymore. And also the work-life balance is not really conducive to a healthy lifestyle. Especially like a lot of the men I work with, you know, they're working crazy hours, sat at a desk all day. Like, you think about our ancestors, do you think that they were doing that? And even in the 50s and 60s, do you think that they were doing that? Like, it's just not healthy to be sat in one place all day, just clapping away on a laptop with your headset on and your glasses on in front of the screen. It's just not healthy, right? So those are some of the things that society's doing. Now, I'm not gonna get into the feminization of men, because that's a whole political topic that, whether you're on the left or the right, or whether you're in the middle, you're independent, like everyone's got an opinion on that. I definitely think men are being more feminized as the world continues to go in some type of direction. I'm not quite sure we are going in. I don't understand the way we're going in, but I think that that's one of the major reasons. And then one of the other reasons is that because of the way that society is, it's not allowing men to be competitive, in a sense that it doesn't matter whether you're looking after your health or not. So you can be rewarded either way. And because there's a bit of lack of competition, men are not fighting to be the best physical version of themselves that they can be. And the reason I say that, I kind of link it to like playing sports, because obviously that's my background. You know, when you play sports, it's so competitive. Like, you don't want to be the worst player. You don't want to be last in the fitness test. You don't want to be last in the strength test. You don't want to be last in the speed test. And that's really a good thing for life, because if you think about working, if you think about the workforce, and this is a reason why in America a lot of student athletes, they get a lot of good opportunities for work, because workplaces know people that play sports are ridiculously competitive, and they will try their best to be the best. And I think that as we get older as men, that competition kind of comes out of you a little bit. And there's one more thing. I don't want to ramble on too much here. This video will be pretty short. There's one more thing, and that is getting married or being in a long-term relationship. That can turn men very weak. And there's a lot of studies on it that men gain around 10 to 15 pounds of fat after they get married. Why does that happen? I'm not married, so I can't say, but from my understanding, obviously you get comfortable. You know, you're already committed to a woman. You know she's gonna be there for you as long as you don't become ridiculously unattractive and become a nasty person. Yeah, so She's always going to be there for you. You've got that stability. Maybe you've got a house together. Like, there's no reason for you to be leveling up as a man anymore when you're married, right? Like, you've got everything. That's a mistake, by the way, because that's how people get divorced, because you should always want to be better. But anyway, like, that's another reason, though. That's like a major reason. You get married, you get comfortable. It's like, all right, well, I'm here now. You know, she's my wife. We've got kids. Like, I don't need to keep improving. I don't need to look after my health anymore. It's a mistake. It's wrong to think like that. But the fact is, a lot of men do. So yeah, that's another thing. So if you are watching this and maybe you're in a relationship or you're married and you might be thinking to yourself, things are not in a good place, I would advise you to start looking inwards and see how you can level up your own health, your own fitness. So yeah, man, why are men soft nowadays? I think those are some of the reasons. And if you do not want to be soft anymore, and I'm not saying I'm hard, because I've got soft, right, and I'm trying to fight against that as well. But if you don't want to be soft anymore, there's a simple things you can do. You don't have to do anything life-changing. The first thing is build some muscle, man. You need some muscle in your body as a man. I think all men should have muscle. You shouldn't have a big old belly. You shouldn't have man boobs. Like, that's my personal opinion. I'm not against anybody that has it. I'm trying to help people that do have that because they want to be better. So if I was going to give you any advice, do what I'm doing right now. Head to the gym. Right, she's running fast. There's a lady right here doing a little 5K or 10K. Do what I'm doing right now. Head to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. And if your work doesn't allow it, then you might have to reevaluate, is that work serving you? Because if you're working so hard that your health is at the bottom of the list, I'm afraid to say that's not cool, man. So hit the gym 3 or 4 times a week, lift some heavy weights and put some muscle on your body. It's good for your metabolism. It's good for how your body processes glucose, sugar. So like, do that. The next thing is you need to start drinking more water, man. A lot of men don't drink water. We drink too much alcohol and too much fast food. I didn't even talk about alcohol, imagine that. But yeah, too much fast food, too much fizzy drinks, too much sugary pops, too much fruit juice and not enough water. So drink more water, even if it's government fluid, tap water. Do what you gotta do, drink more water. So yeah, drink water. Sleep. A lot of guys think this grind, hustle hard lifestyle where you don't sleep is good for you. It's actually probably making you softer. It's lowering your testosterone. It's making you irritable. So you're not pleasant to be around. Like, that's not cool. That's not healthy. Again, I just want to make that pretty clear that you should be getting at least 7-8 hours of sleep. I mean, I only sleep 6 hours, but that's for me. That works for me. But at least 6 at the minimum, let's say. And then something that is probably not even related to like health and fitness is just make sure you've got good relationships with people, man. Like, you don't want to be in toxic, unhappy relationships. Like, I just got out of something quite personal a couple months ago, and it wasn't even toxic. Actually, it was pretty good. But now that it's over, like, I feel so much better. And that wasn't even toxic. It was very healthy, very happy time, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. But I feel like so much freer, so much happier, even though, yeah, that's over. So aside from the physical stuff, you want to try and put yourself in a position where, you know, you're in happy, healthy relationships, man, because that's really going to be the key to allow you to actually work on all these other parts of your life that I'm talking about. Because if you're not in a good relationship with yourself, it's never going to work, whatever you try and do. All right, so modern men, we can always do more. You should always strive to do more. You should want to be better every day. And that is my 2 pence for the day. I'm gonna smash this gym session. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and all that. And if you wanna know more about what this channel's gonna be about, watch this video. I'm gonna try and see if I remember how to do this stuff. Watch this video here somewhere.